Folks, Black Bull Markets have 10 merch packs to give away to clients who sign up before the end of the year, including one of these trader keys. So to go in the draw, all you need to do is sign up with the link below this video or in the podcast description, and you'll go in the draw to win. It's that simple. And remember, folks, when you sign up to Black Bull Markets through the Trading Nut link below, you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on your first deposit. All you need to do is click the link in the description below the video or the podcast.
Good day, good day. Welcome to live stream on Trading Nut. My name is Zach. I'll be your host for today. I will be looking to take trades, short time frame, using a larger time frame as indication of when to trade. All right. So, good day, everybody. Hello from Myanmar. Cool. Good day, good night, whatever it is for you over there. So, I'm going to get right into it. These are the pairs and indices that indices that I will watch for trade. I think Euro has a little bit of a newsy thing happening in a little bit. Something to be aware of. I tried to, good afternoon, Trap Beats 77. What's up? Tried to have a short yesterday, no, long yesterday on NASDAQ. Right in here, let's see. Get used to my keyboard again. I'm back home. If you've been listening at all, been on the road kind of for a while. Anyways, just looking at a return to liquidity up in here. So there's a fair value gap that I bought into, got a nice little move right away, but then came and stopped me out down here. That's my only trade this week so far. Still rebuilding my house and working my job, so I've been not able to trade and study the way that I want to. So I'm trying to just kind of take it easy on not overdoing it. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is run through. That's more of a walk. I'm not that quick, but I'll walk through my charts and look for areas here on the daily chart that will be areas to consider for trade. So I'm going to just click these in the right order. Then when I tab through, they'll be ready to go. All right. So I'll say I'm learning in the ICT fashion. Still a student and trying to work on the concepts. So it's not, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a pro. I'm currently in losing mode of this challenge, so, or not losing, drawdown, I'll say. I've been actually pretty like actually gaining a little bit of profit over the last few weeks. So anyways, I just come through and I mark out areas on the daily chart to start. Looking for reasons for movement or turnaround, or whatever it is. So Let's look at the 1 hour now here. Let's see. Yeah, the price is just entering this fair value gap on the daily. Came back up into a little tiny gap right there. And this kind of thing right here, like what I'm doing this one, is not necessarily because I'm going to use it. It's more of like drawing attention to it so that I can try to pay attention to future moves and stuff like that. So, what day are we? We're Wednesday. All right. Anyhow, not sure about this one, but I'm going to highlight it. It's an area below where we're at right now. This candle's not finished. But there's this potential gap forming here. Also, let's see, what is it in here that I'm looking at? It's the gap on the way up. But then a little bit of overlap on the way down. This guy, as well as this guy here. Ugh. Biggest frustrations of MetaTrader for me is the dang colors. Goodness, it's a little bit better. All right, so just highlighting the overlap. I'm gonna jump down to 15 minutes here and see if there's anything standing out. This move here. So there's a intermediate term low over here. 15 minute. Well, I'd be on the hourly too. I just didn't notate it. So price has already moved below that. But what I would say is if there's not a deeper plunge here on this move, then I'll be looking short on this guy. Because that little bit of space just isn't like a really like a convincing enough liquidity grab to me. So if this is the move on this time frame here, look for something within these guys here for entry potential. It's actually pretty well balanced until up here. Just gonna highlight the two gaps together. It's been used a little bit, so I'll keep an eye on that. There's this order block in here as well. Can use it out of line for that bottom piece. Is anyone listening in a trade themselves right now? I'm just curious. I always like to poke around and see what people are also trading. So let me know in the comments if you have a trade active or preparing to take one. I'm going to volume imbalance in there. Another one there too. I'm not really sure how to treat these ones that they're essentially gaps, but in a weird direction. So it's not the typical like this one where you see the space in between, but there's still a decent difference between the close and the open. So I'm not sure about that one, but I'll leave it there just to watch. All right, so I'm going to move on. This doesn't have anything unless the price pulls back up into above here. So I'm not really super keen on anything here. So I'll come back to it later. Here's NASDAQ. Usually pretty similar, but I've noticed it's not been hand in hand here with S&P lately. Similar, but not quite what you expect. Short-term low there has a fair value gap on the other side. It's overlapping slightly. So where's the price wanting to draw in this picture here? Failed to make a higher high, at least so far. It's got some balancing that could be needing to happen down here in this first gap, and then could potentially come down for balancing this one as well as taking a raid on liquidity down here. So I don't think that's something to have happen today. So we have this kind of, let's see, I'm going to look at the 1 hour now. Let's see what that looks like. It's failed a bunch of times up here. So the liquidity living up here. Good. That. Tomato. Oh, come on. All right. So then the 1 hour. There's this fair value gap here below. Below that, it's intermediate term low. Look at that line. That's a pretty good one. Nice and straight. That's better. Oh, come on. Stop it. Okay, so highlight these two things because from a liquidity standpoint, if this is target up here at some point in the near futures, which is what I'm saying, then before they go up there, the price would want to come down and grab some liquidity as well. So it could be resting here, could be resting here, or it definitely is here. This one's pretty convincing as well. So keep zooming in here and a 15-minute time chart, time frame. Get into this. They see it's kind of shifted a little bit from, I mean, it's still within this range, so it's still kind of consolidating, but I would say the first couple of days of this week, kind of hanging out. Made a run up here, couldn't make it, and shifted in this move here earlier today. Shifted. So 1 hour daily. One hour. 15 minutes. I don't know. It's not quite giving me the thing I'd like to see. To have this run up to that orange liquidity zone up there. I think I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Down in this area here. Is it going to continue to be strong? Or if it just kind of just fills in this gap, this first one, and then starts to turn around, then I'll look for the long. But right now, I just got to sit on it. It's nothing's quite drawing me in. Looks a little bit too choppy. So if I'm going to trade this long, what I would need to see too is a structure break shift up to the upside. Anyway, so it's going to be a little bit on this one. Structure shift level there. Possibly this one. So it's a little bit more convincing. So currently, if I want to trade long, I have to see at least a move higher than this one. That's ideally this one as well, and then a pullback and then a long. So I'll put an alert there just to keep my eyes open. And we'll move on. Euro USD, here we go. Same thing. I'm just going to go through, kind of highlight things that catch my eye. Where is that eye? Oh, I see it. That's pretty good. Nobody's got any trades going, huh? Nothing? Seems like everyone always has something. Someone always has something. That's okay. If there's one thing I'm trying to learn is to not trade as much as I think I need to. What are we looking at? Below price. We have this area already building it, already We're living in there a little bit. Moving in. Intermediate term low there. Liquidity there. Relative equal highs. Oops. There we go. And that's also like right in the middle. Yeah, right in the middle of that fair value gap, which is a consequent encroachment level. That's a new. All right, we got somebody's in a trade. Cigar on rocks. Shorten ES. Targeting 47.15. I'll take a look at it in a second. I don't have the futures charts, but S&P is usually pretty close. At least you get an idea. All right, 1 hour chart here. Volume imbalance there, right in the middle of yesterday. Consequent encroachment here. It's just something I'm starting to be more aware of, try to watch. 15-minute chart now. Oh, Batman, I'm moving around here. I'm just doing my initial look here at these. So I start daily and go to 1, and now I'm on the 15. 1 hour, now I'm on the 15. So just looking for little things to keep an eye on for potential trades. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. So it's pretty choppy in today's session. Kind of yeah. Nothing's really standing out as something I want to trade. Checked that out. If there's a move, just kind of a continuation potentially down below this level, depending on how big it is, how much it displaces down below that, I may consider a short in this area here, or whatever kind of the optimal trade entry area is for this leg, depending on what it is. So I'll just have to wait there and see if there's a move down. This is 1 hour again. I'm just wanting to look a little further back. Yeah, so it kind of depends on what the reaction is to this gap area. Okay, I'm gonna move on. UJ Let's go. This is daily chart. A couple of untouched, unbalanced fair value gaps in here. This one, that one's pretty much balanced. I'm gonna leave that one. One in there. Hang on. Something just hit my alert. Oh, that's just the Euro USD already. Moving down below that. I'm gonna give that a little bit more space. Oh, my order got all messed up. There we go. Okay, so currently reaching not a huge obvious level here, but a short-term high nonetheless. Watch that. Could sneak past into one of these other gaps for balancing and then come back. This is daily, so we got some time on that one. 1, 2, third day up in a row. So So this is a 1 hour chart now. So looking, that candle's not finished yet, the current one here. So this gap isn't relevant yet. Let's see what we look like here on the 15. So Batman, I'm curious, when you say UJ is very nice, what are you seeing? What do you think is nice here? If you don't mind. Hey Danny Terry, how's it going? Obi Chibuikim. Yeah. Moving up for sure. Moving up for sure. That's what I was looking at here. It's barely even pulled back at all. So that's one thing that gets me. No, I don't want to say nervous, but I tend to think contrary to trend, which may or may not be good. But I see something that potentially is reaching a point where price is going to come down, look for liquidity. But it might just be one of those times it's just super strong too. It's definitely possible. Enough to where I will consider long here. Depending, well, I suppose it depends. Just buried out my alarm here. So if you're just coming in today, this is an area I wanted to watch to see what price reacts in this gap, or potentially if it rushes through, that's possible too. So have this level marked out, this first one that would need to break higher if I wanted to consider long. And it would need to, do it with a little bit of power, not just a little poke and then pull back. So got that one marked out for an alarm. I'll set another one down a little bit lower in case the price wants to come down and check out this other fair value gap. Okay, so UJ, I'm gonna keep watching it. I don't like anything until kind of this fair value gap down here. And the way that I'm trading is I need to have the price get down to the area on this 5-minute and then structure shift before I even get down to the 1 minute and take the trade. So here, 5-minute chart, pull back here, it would need to push up, pull back, and push up past, leaving me an entry area for the 1-minute chart within that last leg going up. So I'll have to wait on that. That could even be tomorrow at this point. I'm not sure how quickly this thing would want to pull back. It seems pretty insistent on moving up. Moving on to UCAD daily chart. Gonna move a little bit faster just so I can start watching this stuff. Just let me know if you have any questions about what I'm doing or why, or things like that. It's actually a pretty neat spot to come in on this one. There's some interest there. It's also just filling in the top of that gap. We have a little short-term low structure shift area. This is a 1-hour chart, so it's a little bit bigger than what I'm typically trading in terms of what I'm seeing. But if there's a breakdown below that, then oops, not a short-term low, it's a short-term high. If there's that move down, then that turns this into a raid. Wow, I can type potentially. $15 minutes. Yeah, I actually like that. I like that for a short. Once it's down below here, short-term low. So not ready for a trade until it's below this 15-minute short-term low. Unless, I'll take that back, unless there is convincing 5-minute structure that leads me to believe could be ready for it, which would be something like that. So a failure to get back above top, raid level, breakdown, with some displacement, so some movement there. Then a retracement and entry. All right. So I'm gonna leave everything on the. Wait, what happened here? Oh, okay. So this guy took that out. This looks like it could be displacing. Let me refresh myself here. And then, sorry, I'm moving around a bunch here. I'm just trying to see what I see. So this is looking like it could be a pretty good displacing move. This is ahead of some news coming out about less than 10 minutes. Um, this would be the area to look for a long. See, it kind of changes as the MetaTrader colors get all wonky when you're. So you can see this big rectangle. This is a daily fair value gap level that I had highlighted. This one here. But then as you zoom in, some of them disappear. And then I just highlighted the level, the 5-minute level. I know I can look at it on a 1 minute for potential entry. Looking for liquidity run. Up there. Target one. Yeah. Fair value gap fits nicely in there. The kind of minimum. 50% is my minimum pullback, but 62 optimal. Thanks, Batman. I'm not sure what you saw, but I appreciate it either way. Although it's not my channel. I'm just doing this on Trading Nuts channel. Anyhow, this is the location here. Put an alert there. That looks pretty good to me. Let's set up my stop loss target, or my stop loss and entry lines. I think the consequent encroachment level right there looks pretty good. All right. But something else, just to, there's news. So I'm not gonna. Well, I'll have to watch carefully is what I'll say about that. Mm. Bam, bam. Anyone got any cool MetaTrader 5 tips and tricks? Things that they don't think I might know. That might be kind of fun. Might be kind of fun. Ma'am, sorry. I'm not sure how you say that. Euro USD will be a buy if I get what I want, which is going to be returned to this blue line right here in the middle. This is not blue when I covered it up with a black line, but that's what I'll be looking for. I have it all set up and ready, and my thought would be a run up to liquidity in this area. And if it keeps moving, then up into volume and balance up here. So this would be second target. This is 1 minute chart. Da, da, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So NASDAQ, pretty respectful of the fair value gap highlighted in the 1 hour chart so far. Nothing's guaranteed at this point, but you can see it's highlighted from back here. It's pretty respectful, I'd say. Little tail down below, but for the most part, just saying they're a little happy. Yeah, Batman, these are my main charts. I just started watching through, just periodically looking at some GBP USD and JPY like in the evenings for me. Just kind of keeping an eye on them, starting to watch them. But what I've done too often in the past is I get too involved in too many, and so I divide my attention too thin. And so when I'm trying to be on my game, so to speak, if I'm trying to look for these trades in the ICT style. I'm not looking at everything because I can't do it all at once. Not at this point, at least. So right now, this is what I mainly trade. What we got there. Which one is this? This is daily fair value gap. Probably not ready to go back higher though. So this one looks good for short, which is what I'm saying here. What just happened? We got an alert down here. So breaking structure, that's what I was looking for. So this is a different scenario now. This was, like I said, this was as if it didn't make it down below. And instead it did make it below short-term low, which means that we can start looking, I will start looking in this area here. It just so happens that in the optimal area is fair value gap, which is ideal if I can get it to line up. Like so. Another one. Where's the other one now? Gotta pay attention to lots of stuff. That's what I'm talking about. The Euro USD is getting there. Look at this. Right. Oops. I'll delete the alert, not the box. There we go. Okay, we've already had 5-minute structure shift, fair value gap left. I can actually set my trade as a limit entry at that blue line right there. Stop loss is down below. It's like a 10% of the move. It's kind of what I use just as a arbitrary. There's no good reason. It's just because I like to use tight stops. I forced myself to put it at a minimum. That 10% of the move. All right, and typically, let's see. So in this situation, since it didn't already hit my order, my understanding is that it's going to move lower before it. If it comes back, it's going to go a little bit lower. So I usually move my entry down a little bit. Rather than trying to chase it here, I'll just wait and see if price wants to come down a bit more. Which is just, it's better for entry anyway, so it's cool with me. I'm just thinking I'm going to move my first target to this volume imbalance here, the top of it. There's liquidity resting there already anyhow. And then my second target, I think I'll put my second target here. That way I don't have to be holding over session end. So So target one at its first volume imbalance, second one at the higher time frame liquidity. So this first little poke past the first drive down. I'll drop an alarm there so I can look at other stuff in case this wants to come in. I don't know. So there's still no structure shift, but there is a new structure shift level there. It's kind of moving things down for this guy there. Think we got entry. Yep, entry happened there on the Euro USD. Let's turn this alarm off. Might not be able to grab it because it's right at the entry. There it is. All right, so we just see what happens here. Turn my flag on for a second so you can see it. Right there, a little blue arrow entry. Right at the bottom of the higher time frame, 5-minute fair value gap. Structure shifted to the upside, left relative equal highs at the same place as a volume imbalance with a higher time frame liquidity pool up above. After taking out or flirting with the consequent encroachment of the 1 hour, the daily fair value gap, if I remember right here. Turn this off for a second. Hard to see. Yeah, so consequent encroachment of the daily level highlighted in yellow there. Kind of looks messy right now. Let me get some more of this out of here. So structure shifted on the 5 here over this level and poked out above this level, which is criteria for entry for me. This displacement move here, these two big green 5-minute bars, came from a location that was, like I said, consequent encroachment at the big level, but also liquidity grab down below this earlier session low. So that's just kind of a recap of framing what this trade is about for me. So now we get to sit and wait, see what might be going on. A couple other ideas still hanging out in here somewhere. UJ's already turning around as well, maybe move it up. UCAD is interested in shorting potentially up once it decides to, if it does move up a little more into the above 50% pullback, which is this order block fair value gap level I have highlighted up here. We'll see. Looks like that teeny tiny volume imbalance in the S&P. Second time it's been respected. I think someone said that they're shorting ES, which I think is the one that's close to S&P. Might be wrong there, but shorting from the open, which I think would be around here. So I don't know. Maybe they already got out down into this gap or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, I usually end my stream around 7:30 my time. It's a good time, last few minutes, to see if anyone has any questions or thoughts or criticisms. Any fellow traders frustrated with the colors on MT5, we can sympathize. Thanks, Game Noob News. Hope you're having a great day too. I am having a pretty decent morning so far. I actually woke up early enough to gather my thoughts and pray, and it's good. A little bit of reading. Basal entry mark and stop loss. You can see my stop loss is down here at this big bold red line down here. Actually, I usually notate that anyway for later on. Put that there. Entry is right there on that down close red candle. Basically, you can see the arrow now show up. New to Forex. Cool. Any tips for becoming the best? Well, I can't give you tips on becoming the best because that's not where I am. I would say that you need to be patient as you learn. Any attempt at moving too quickly will be hamstringing you. Is what I would say. There's very few people that get this and get it quick. And I don't say that just because I'm jealous because I'm not doing it quick, but it just seems to be the reality. So go slow, learn from people who know more than you. I personally really like learning from ICT, quite anywhere in the Forex world. Confusing at first and kind of beautiful as it gets opened up into some stuff that you understand. So pretty cool. A little bit of a structure shift here. Kind of not real antsy to get in here. It's with the other trade going too. I don't like it enough. I do like the UCAD for short though. Like if that makes it up, I'm gonna consider that. So 1 minute volume imbalance right above. You know, so far there's not much in the way of this long trade feeling good. I don't think it's it. I don't need it to feel good. I'm just the chances seems like they'll increase once it gets above this green candle back here. Push past that, and we'll say that wants to be stronger. All right, so let me look at something here on the UCAD before it gets there. Okay, so I'm not really in a rush on this one. I think I have another trade going, so I don't need to be real. Well, really, what I should not be is overly excited to get in anyway, but I'm going to get up to my ideal entry up here using the full size of the move, the 5-minute move for my stop placement. Assuming this is a raid, the price should not come back up over here. Using this volume imbalance as well as the order block, you can see there, these two green bars, fair value gap kind of gives me several different things to go off of. So I'll put a short order in at the blue line there, and I can just kind of let that one sit and see if it takes it out while I'm on my walk this morning with my wife, and see what happens later. So, all right, folks. Well, if nobody has any other further questions or comments or laments about the colors of MetaTrader 5, then that's going to be it for me today. See if Euro pushes up like I hope it does. Well, should probably try to remove hope from that vernacular there, but like I would like it to, like I think it has probability to move up towards that liquidity up there. That'd be great. Otherwise, I'll stop out, and that's that. Have a chance with the UCAD trade. See if that triggers later. Yep, Batman, I'm out of here too. So you guys all have a good rest of your day or night.